What's up, guys? I'm Braylixanic, and today I'm going to be talking about the downfall of Bedrock Edition that I'm sure all of you know about by now. If you guys somehow don't know what's going on, Bedrock Edition switched to some new rendering thing, and now the FPS is just terrible for everybody, and there's a lot of new bugs that are happening. People just crashing for no reason. And apparently Pink Glitch is back for the 800th time. And I have not gotten it yet, but it may be because I'm not on the full latest, because a lot of people are just getting constant updates, and I've only gotten one. I've definitely had some friends that have had a lot of more issues, just crashing for no reason, skins just not running properly, random chunk loading. And about 2 years ago, when I first got my PC, I was able to record with a garbage GPU with shaders, and now I cannot record in higher. I can barely record shaders in 60 FPS, and it just still lags a lot. So I really don't care about how the game looks, to be honest, but I'm working on a 3K montage for you guys, and I want it to be really good. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out because of the current state of the game, but I am definitely trying to, and I will be very sad if I can't. Definitely the biggest one that I've seen that is just ruining the game for people is if you look right on keyboard and mouse for some players, then it'll just kick you out. So yeah, I haven't gotten this, thank God, but if you are on keyboard and you look right, or wherever your other monitor is, if you're using a second monitor, when you look around, in game, it'll move your cursor. So that means that when you're looting, it's going to be in a random spot. And if you have a second monitor and you accidentally click off, then you'll just pause in the middle of your fight. And it is just so aggravating because, well, I don't think I really need to explain why that's aggravating. So honestly, it couldn't help for you guys to make complaints to Bedrock Edition, but knowing Microsoft and all of the terrible decisions that they've been making for their supporters, I doubt they're going to fix any of this. So my suggestion for you guys is just to rather quit the game, play something better, or try Java or Legacy Edition, because they are just so much better. So if you're on PC, or if you want to be a weirdo and try it on mobile, then you can try Java Edition, and it's pretty fun. I don't play a lot of it, but you can play Java with any device technically if you use third-party methods. So if you wanted to play controller on Java, which I thought about doing for a video, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, you can use Steam or DS4 Windows to make your inputs go over to keyboard. And I'm not sure how it works on mobile, but I've seen it done before, and it is pretty cool. And I want to talk more about Legacy Edition because it is just my favorite alternative by far. Nice block resetting, dude. Alright, yeah, just waste all of those. Oh my god! He's just spamming his bow. So if you have never played Legacy Edition, which there's a decent chance if you're young that you haven't, Legacy Edition was the previous version before Bedrock Edition, and what I like about it is that controller PvP is the only mainstream way to play it. And I obviously have bias. I do think that keyboard is pretty fun, but most keyboard players just play on Java anyways. And honestly, I do like seeing that there are a lot of community from different devices on Bedrock Edition, but I do think it's kind of unfair, just the advantage that keyboard has in general. So I like how Legacy Edition is controller only pretty much, unless it's considered cheating to use keyboard on Legacy because you have to use third-party methods to do it. But anyways, I do have other videos about Legacy Edition, specifically montages, so if you want to check those out, then be free to go to those. I have a pack folder as well. And the part that I want to mention especially is if you're on PC, which I think is the kind of best way to play Legacy Edition, is you can use an emulator, specifically the one called RPCS3 or CEMU, and RPCS3 is easier for the majority, but I would say it's like not as good for PvP, because on RPCS3 anybody can just make an account and play online, but with Cemu you need to have it linked with a Wii U. So you need to know somebody in the community or just own your own Wii U to play online. And there's so many reasons that I prefer Legacy Edition. I honestly don't play Legacy Edition much because I don't know a lot of people that play it. It's not that active. I would like to see it more active, but my buddy ZMCNirmal is working on a server system to try and make it a bit more active. So if that works, expect me to be playing that. I don't know if I'll be doing content, but maybe I'll do some streams at least or something, because even Cemu is a hard emulator to run, but it still runs 5 times better than Bedrock does. I get better FPS in Cemu, and that's kind of sad because emulators overall are not as good performing as regular games. Now unfortunately the emulators don't have battle mode, so if you wanted to play battle mode you would have to play on a console. And if you don't know how buying Legacy Edition on console works, on PlayStation, PS4, PS5, you have to have a disc that has the old Legacy Edition, or you had to have it digitally installed before it updated. I believe there's other ways, but I'm not sure how it works. On Xbox, you can literally just buy the Legacy Edition in the store, I believe. Otherwise, it's the same as PlayStation's. And Switch, I'm not very sure, because Switch Legacy was not that popular since Bedrock came out around the same time, or I think a year or two after. Not a lot of people play Switch Edition, so if you really wanted to fight people, then you would honestly have a better chance of buying a PS3, because people also still play on PS3. PS3 is the cheapest option if you play on a device mobile that you really just can't do anything about it, because you can technically use Wine or something to emulate Windows on a Android device, but it doesn't run that well at all. So PS3 is probably the best way to technically play Legacy Edition, but I would honestly recommend just saving for a PC, because that's what the majority of the efforts from Nirmal are going into. And if you're wondering, I do have a playlist for different tutorials on how to play Cemu, so I might put those in the description. I think they're already public. If I remember, I will put them in the description as well. So yeah, it's just sad to see Bedrock die like this, and I know a lot of you are also sad. So again, if you want, you can try to just make an appeal to Microsoft. I doubt it would actually do anything, because all they care about is the money. And you could also just switch versions, because if they notice that people are just leaving Bedrock Edition, they're going to think something's up. So yeah, honestly, if they don't fix a lot of this stuff in the next month or so, I'm probably going to quit too, or at least until I finish this montage, because that's all I've been playing for recently, is just to get clips. Alright, so to sum this up, go on Legacy Edition or Java if you actually truly care about Bedrock Edition. I know that sounds kind of weird, but maybe they'll get some sort of idea if people just leave and play the other versions. Everything else is just more fun, in my opinion. Survival, multiplayer. Setting up Legacy is kind of a pain on PC, but once you get it down and it's fully operational, it's actually really fun. So thank you for watching. Good luck playing the game out there, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.